You made it.
Alright, Pop. Today we're going to be checking out Buried City. Buried City is kind of a medium-sized map. It's not quite as big as Dam or Riventides. We've just brought a really basic loadout. First, let's look at the map. So this is Grandioso Apartments, and if you look, those two twin buildings there, that's the Grandioso Apartments. So you can see this is us. There's the apartments. So we're way out here on the southwest side. So we'll probably traverse the south side of the map, then wrap around up here. We may go all the way around the north side, or we may just traverse the freeway back here and then bounce out to this hatch. That's actually how I think we're probably going to do it. As far as loadout goes, we're just running a Pharaoh 4 suppressed. Nothing too special. We've got some smoke grenades, a snap hook, a hatch key. Other than that, just some bandages and stuff in case we get into trouble. Actually, you know what? I think what I'm going to do, as far as that map check goes, I think we're going to get on the freeway here and use the freeway to traverse over here to the break. And then we'll get down and maybe either wrap around or go through Murano Park, something like that. I don't know. We'll just explore. Like I said, it's not a big map. With this map lacks in like overall size, it makes up with interiority, right? And that'll become clear what I mean by that, like as we get into the city. But basically, like places like dams and Riventides and stuff, they have really big industrial areas that you can get in and out of and stuff like that, but they're not super I mean, they're dynamic and stuff, but like this place can be like a downright rat warren sometimes when you're in a fight and you're chasing somebody or somebody's chasing you. You can really get lost in some of the structures and whatnot around here. So we're gonna get up on this bridge here, and we will kick off our tour. So right below us on the right side of the bridge here is one of the major sort of loot destinations that a lot of people go for. Now again, if you pay attention, remember the yellow outline is medium loot, the red outlines are high loot. Space Travel and Hospital, though, I never go to them here. Town Hall, you need a key to loot. It just doesn't tend to be much of a red loot map. People tend to hang out in the yellow loot zones. Grandioso here. Plaza Rosa over there. So it can be a little bit less predictable as far as like where you're going to run into people. Now, again, I've been pretty friendly with people, so we're going to try to kind of keep our cool. Same rule as last time. We're not going to shoot first if we can avoid it. I mean, as long as we don't see somebody very obviously maneuvering. See somebody over there just fired a shot over our head, but I think again, like, that's that upward angle of gunfire. It's usually somebody shooting up at ARC over there, so I'm not going to take that personally and respond. Yeah, so you can see some ARC burning over there. We're just going to hit these roofs real quick, try to dodge this snitch for a second. So this is what I mean by this being kind of a warren. This is one of the loot areas just because there's a lot of containers. Grab some extra ammo, a vase. That red coral necklace is actually kind of huge for us because we might be able to use it as something of a bargaining chip if somebody rolls up on us while we're in here, if we don't want to get into any kind of confrontation. There is a project on right now that needs people to gather 3 red coral necklaces. And they're not the hardest thing to come by, but they're also not the easiest thing to come by, so depending on, you know, who we encounter and under what context, we might be able to just do that. It's very strange that we haven't seen anybody yet. Like, we're not even really hearing footsteps or anything around us, rooftop or ground level. Alright, there's the attic access. Okay, there's somebody. Hey, what's up, Raider?
What's up, dude?
Hey, do you need one of those, the red coral necklaces for your project? You've been looking for those?
I actually haven't even gotten that far in my project.
Oh, okay. I thought I'd ask. I stumbled across one in here, and they were kind of a bitch for me to find when I was doing it, so I figured I'd check.
True. I appreciate that. Thanks for being a friendly radio.
Yeah, man. Yeah, take it easy, dude. Be safe.
Whether you go.
So that Rocketeer there is going to be a bit of a hassle for us. Boy, best laid plans and all that. I mean, we're kind of under the bridge right here. And we can get right back up on it here at Corso da Vinci. So I think we may do that. The sands actually kind of pile up at one point under the bridge where you can literally just walk up a dune right onto the bridge. So what we're going to do is exactly that. We're just going to go up to the roof of this building, kind of eyeball what's around, what's going on, and see if we can just re-access the bridge from where we're at. Somebody just took out some big arc over there. Oh, an aid bag. That's kind of nice. Couple herbal bandages. Take that. So you'll notice, like, if you explore these areas enough, you'll realize, like, a lot of these apartments, like apartments in real life, they're laid out the same. You know, you come in, there's like a sitting area with 2 dressers in the corner. There's a file cabinet by the door. Um, it's not uncommon to find like different uh, apartments that are kind of laid out similarly, and you learn to kind of know, oh, this is an area where there's sometimes some loot, or oh, you know, this is an area where I'm used to kind of seeing people, you know. And sometimes it gets your spidey sense tingling a little bit, like that flare going off there. Let's see what that was. We can follow this up right here till we can see the flare. That Rocketeer's kind of looking at us. I need that Rocketeer to kind of get away from us. Okay. There we go. So there's a thing on right now called Bird City, which is where we used to joke about this when this first launched. But basically, there's like little trinkets and treasure in the chimneys and shit. And you gotta run around and like check the chimneys for treasures and stuff. And it sounds very silly. It is very silly, but you find these little like unique ducks, and it's really kind of charming. It's one of my favorite game modes. Another really great reason why people tend to like it. Hang on, this shutter. Yeah, as I say, that shutter door is not supposed to be closed. So somebody's been in here. You see this drawer's already been opened. We're not gonna go down there. Not with a Pharaoh. Pharaoh's not a close range weapon. We just... Oh, shit, and this Rocketeer really needs to get off of our shit. It's just there all the time. Alright, that building there, Red Tower, you can see there's a dead snitch on top. That tends to be kind of a high traffic area, and that's Plaza Rosa. That green building is called the Pharmacy. That's another area that's very high traffic. I would argue that, like, if you're in there, you are kind of consenting to get into a fight, because everybody knows that there's like a limited, you know, level of loot in there. There's a scarcity issue. And so if people go in there, you're kind of consenting to fight over it. Definitely don't want to get into a thing with that Firefly there. Alright, so we've kind of missed our chance to get back on the bridge, which is alright. There's no chimneys on the bridge. Now it turns around, figures. That is deeply obnoxious. It's called a Firefly. It's a particular type of arc that's it's not hard to kill if you're kind of at a distance when you start the fight, but with it right on top of you like that, it shoots fire and it makes it very difficult to see what you're shooting at. Like the target's really obscured by the jet of fire that it's actually engaging you with. So I think what we're going to do is just kind of sit in this attic for a second, give it time to get away. That thunder you're hearing is the sound of a new arc coming in called a turbine. Alright, sounds like the Firefly's starting to chill out. Alright, let's get off this roof. This seems a little too crowded up here. Yeah, that big thing in the distance there. Right, not the Rocketeer, but that triangular thing further out. That's a turbine. It's like a big, I think it's some sort of big drill, but they're new. People aren't necessarily sure what exactly they do. Jesus Christ, these freaking wasps, man. Hey, that's one of the things that I've needed. That's great. Oopsie. Dude, quit searching it and reload, bro. Okay. Okay, probably try to hit my shots. Hear that Rocketeer coming up behind me again. Alright, I'm gonna reorganize this. What was happening there? So the button that reloads your weapon is also the same button that kind of interacts with things. Jesus Christ. A Rocketeer is like a clingy ex, man. It just does not want to let me go. Usually a lot of the big arc like that, they tend to get beat up by guys that come into the round with sort of big guns, hull crackers and things like that. The thing with Bird City is everybody's kind of coming in to do the same thing, which is either loot chimneys or shoot raiders that are looting chimneys. Neither one really requires much focus on the arc, and so you get a lot of these situations where the larger arc, like the Bombardiers, the Bastions, the Rocketeers, they just kind of hang out for the whole round, just sort of lurking. There's a snitch coming this way. Not sure if I'm gonna choose to care. Oh boy, it's... turning around, it looks like. Alright. Move over here. Alright, so this is the red tower. My guess is... oof. This has not been looted yet. Man, this is such a weird round. May need to drop some stuff here. These little boats aren't actually worth much. They're... that Rocketeer is looking at me. I guarantee you that Rocketeer is looking at me again. Yep. Unbelievable, man. Oh, okay, that wasp that just trailed off, that is not on me. There's another raider out here somewhere. It's not necessarily a good sign. It's not necessarily a bad sign either, but I'd rather just kind of not run into anybody, if I'm being honest. So we're just going to try to slip around this. We really need to start heading north. I need to get up high and head north, see the rest of this map. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. It's going to take us kind of past that Rocketeer again, but I think we'll be alright. Here's something flying up behind me. Stupid Rocketeer over there. Where's that turbine at? Oof, the snitch is coming close. Yeah, that's on me again. Come back to this back side of this chimney, loot it.
An ARC orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Alright. Ironically, we are going to go right back to that sort of place where the dunes kind of pile up on the wall. It's right there, but we're going to use a little bridge access right here to get back on the bridge. We'll go up to the break and then drop down, cut through Murano by the parking garage probably. If you're noticing that like a big part of this game is kind of understanding the map and where you are in it, very much so. That is very much part of the game, yeah. Your ability... See, you can see that Leaper right there just walking right up onto the dune there by the bridge. So it might be a good thing that we kind of were able to get away from that area and just come up right here. Got a couple of ARC flying past here. Let's hide in this bush for a sec. Fuck. Rocketeer's on us too now. Oh man, I don't know what is up with the ARC out here today, but they're just not having it. They're not having me. Every time I go outside, I'm usually pretty good about just ducking the ARC and kind of avoiding them, but in this process of trying to stay up high where I've got a nice view and I can kind of show things off a little bit, it's putting me into some kind of dangerous circumstances. Oh, sweet, sweet revenge might be mine. Tell you what, you know what? Let's do some damage to everybody around here. So, that was something called a wolf pack. It fires a bunch of independent targeted warheads. And it just hit everything. It hit the Rocketeer. It would have hit just about anything out here flying. Boy, it barely damaged that Rocketeer. but I'm willing to give back what I've gotten a little bit here. I'm kind of irritated by this Rocketeer, the way it's been just seemingly hunting me all around. It's been kind of annoying. Oh, that's not good. Got here batteries, torn blanket, radio, coffee pot. Not much to it here. Up there. And spread toaster, another rosary, take that. So we're on the back side of town hall now. We could hatch out there. We've only got 5 minutes left, but I really wanted to at least look at Murano Park before we get out of here. And this happens to be kind of a good spot to do that. So this
All raiders, we have ARC on screen. 5 minutes
this
left.
sort of
Go find a
area
way
with a
home.
lot of
I repeat,
verdure down
5
here
minutes.
is the Murano Park, and we're actually standing on Town Hall. So if you look in the map, right, this is a red area, but Town Hall is one of the few red areas. I think it might be the only one that, like, you need a key to access really any of it. I think there's a gift shop kind of here on the northeast corner of the building down low that you can access without the key, but there's not much in it. Whereas, like, accessing the actual building, it's one of the best loot rooms in the like all of the maps. People really like when they find a town hall key. Boy, that leaper is migrating around. Not sure how I feel about that. I'd feel a little better if he wasn't over here. Oh, there's Davey. Alright, I'm gonna join up with Dave real quick, and so you'll hear him the rest of the video. What's up, Davey?
Nico Alex.
When did you jump on?
I literally just got in the door.
Oh, that's crazy, man. I literally just got on a minute ago myself. I'm doing... So I think I told you I was doing like a series of videos where I do like little map tours to put on YouTube for my dad to kind of like show him around and stuff. I'm doing one of those right now on Buried City, kind of trying to just show him the map, show him what it looks like and stuff. Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Huh? Wow.
Alright, I am back. Give me about a sec here. I'm gonna have to go for a second. I'm not sure how I'm gonna swerve this leaper. Maybe I get him to jump at me. Perfect. Not perfect. Oh shit, he's gonna kill me. Okay, he didn't kill me. I'm still alive for now.
Okay, good.
And I'm close to the hatch at least, but if he jumps me again, I'm gonna be in deep shit. Alright, I think I can use the trees for the rest of the little way here to the hatch. Woo! Boy, that leaper got right between me and the exit there. So anyway, yeah, that's Buried City.
Nice.